Call me corny, but I've always dreamed of a quaint house with a white picket fence and pristine grass since I was a little kid. And while my dream of home ownership is still a bit down the road due to debt and other financial problems, one thing is for certain. I am never going to file bankruptcy. Everyone knows buying a home is impossible once you file bankruptcy, and that is one dream I'm not willing to sacrifice.
In determining why you're going to be able to get financing on a home after bankruptcy, it's important to understand what banks consider when determining whether or not to loan you money. And probably the most important factor that they consider is your debt-to-income ratio. In other words, how much outstanding debt you have relative to the income that you have to support those debt payments. Now, generally, a lender wants you to make a mortgage payment no greater than 30% of your gross monthly income. So let's put this in perspective. Right now, look at how much debt you have relative to your income. Is it greater than 30%? Well, then you don't have any expendable income available to make a payment towards a mortgage, and therefore no lender is going to loan you that money. Now, after bankruptcy, without any outstanding debt, maybe you edge your way up to that 30%, and certainly over the next couple of years, you may be able to do that. Most lenders, most mortgage lenders, assuming you're able to show them you can make that 30% payment, will be willing to loan you the money after 18 to 24 months, and I've seen it happen many times.
So, home ownership is possible after bankruptcy. You know, I really could use a fresh financial start. I'm going to visit TotalBankruptcy.com to see what it has to say about filing bankruptcy and maintaining the American dream of home ownership.